Sampath, you wait for some time. By the time I'll check from where I have given this question. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. We'll do it now only, but I'm just checking. By the time, instead of wasting time, I'll give you some questions so that you all are engaged in doing some question and I'll check that question from where it is given. Was it factorization? Was it
No,
from factorization part?
ma'am, it was about to find to use the factor theorem.
Factor theorem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, please take the question. So that, please note down. So that x equals to 1 is the root of the polynomial this question. Show that x equals to 1 is the root of the polynomial. This.
Ma'am, we just have to replace the values of x with 1, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
When it is given, it's a root of the equation means that equation is equal to 0. Find the value of
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I didn't understand the second question.
When x is equal to 2y plus 6.
Yes,
See,
ma'am. I
your
didn't
equation
understand.
first, analyze your first equation. That is in the
Yeah,
form
ma'am.
of a cube minus b cube.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So first just expand the question, and in place of x, wherever you have value of x, you have to put your value of x there. Right?
Ma'am, this is x minus 5 minus z, the equation, right?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So in place of x, let's put the value of x. Okay, we'll just write once again.
Ma'am, what about 2y plus 6?
We'll do that later.
Ma'am, what is the answer?
Just a second. One second, let me check the answer. So in place of x, put the value of x. Do like this. In place of x, just put the value of x and see if we can do anything like this. Just put the value of x. 1 second, I'm looking into the answer. Yes, the answer is 0. The answer is 0. One second. I'm just trying to simplify it. This is 3x squared 2y. 3 into 2 is 6. So this will become 6x squared y plus 6. 6 to is 12. 12x y squared. Okay, in every term we have if I take these two terms, 6x squared y plus 12x y squared minus 2y cubed. It's not done correctly in this question. You know what it is done in the question? They have taken out x common outside by doing like this. After this, they have, in place of x, they have written this value. So this is not correct. This is not correct, beta. We cannot get.
Ma'am, we can directly do in the values of x cube, we can take this 2y plus 6 and also substitute, then we will get the value of y. After that, we will get the answer as 0.
One second. Minus 2y. What are you saying?
Ma'am, will you scroll up? Ma'am, find the value of x cube minus, that is the question, x is equals to 2y plus 6. We will take in x place, we will take 2y plus 6 and substitute. So we'll get the value of y as 3 by 2. After that, we can do the answer. We can
Try
find
that.
out the answer.
Try that. I didn't try that way because I thought that if I take like this, then it will again be a whole cube. You can try. Many things will cancel. Try.
Ma'am, the answer is 0.
Answer is 0. Great. Great. The whole equation will be in the y form. Okay, 36xy minus, this can be written as 216 or 16. Like this you're saying?
Yeah, ma'am, we will find the value of y.
This is plus 3 into 2y is 6 into 2y plus 6 minus 8y2. Please do, children. This becomes 36y and 2y. We can still open the brackets and check. If you, this is cancelling here, 8y cube is also cancelling. So we have this bracket here. So this is 6 into 3 is 18 into 2, 36y and 2y plus 6. And here we have minus 36y into 2y plus 6. Okay, so that is 0. Okay. Good, beta. Good, Harshit. That was Harshit.
Yeah, ma'am.
Good. Very nice. Okay. In the book, it is done in a very complicated way. God knows from where they have taken this, and 4 by is still left there. Okay, let's do. Have you done the first one? Okay,
Yes.
Sampath, you were asking me that question. No? I just came across that question. Just a second, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Just now I had come across that question. That was from factor theory. Okay, this question. Fx is given. In each of the following, use factor theorem to find whether the polynomial gx is a factor of the polynomial fx. So fx is given to be x cubed minus 6x squared plus 11x minus 6, and gx is given to be x squared minus 3x plus 2. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation. So can we find the zeros of this quadratic equation? Can we find the two factors of this? Yes, please find out. Please find the two
Ma'am,
factors
both
of
the
the quadratic
polynomials.
by splitting the middle term. Yes.
Ma'am, should we find the factors of both polynomials?
First, find the factors of gx. See, what I want to explain you is this is a quadratic polynomial. So we will get two factors here. Okay. How do we check the divisibility by 6? If some number has to be divided by 6, that means the number should be divisible by 2 and the number should be divisible by 3. This is what we do. So same way, I'll find the two factors of this and I'll check whether each of the factors is a factor of this by factor theorem. How do you do this by factor theorem? You put the values of that of the x in this and you say that the remainder is 0. Is it? Yes. Find the factors of this, please.
Ma'am, the factors are x minus 1 into x minus 2.
This is 2 and 1, so that's minus 2 and minus 1. Okay, so x minus 2 and x minus 1. Right? So if I have x minus, I just assume that this is a factor. Okay. So if I take f of, that means x is equal to 2 here. So if I take f of 2 here, in place of this, I will write. Now I'm assuming that this is, since this is a factor, then the equation should be equal to 0. So this is 2 cube minus 6, 2 square plus 11 into 2 minus 6. So this becomes 8 minus 2, 4 is 24 plus 22 minus 6 is equal to 0. So just check, is it coming 0? Yes. If it is really a factor, then it should be equal to 0.
Ma'am, 30 minus 30 is equals to 0.
Okay, so that's 0 only. Similarly, find for x minus 1 also. If x minus 1 is a factor, that means x is equal to 1. So please find f of 1. 1 cube minus 6 plus 11 minus 6. So that is 12 minus 12, that is 0. Right? So that means we have proved that f of 1 and f of 2 is a factor of this equation. That means x minus 2 and x minus 1 is a factor of the equation. Right? Are you understanding this? And if
Yes.
these two are the factors, that means this polynomial equation is a factor of fx. Right?
Yes.
Understood, Sampath? See, when we have to check some number is divisible by 6, I'm just taking the example by taking 6 because we always check no, the number is if the number is divisible by 2 and the number is divisible by 3. You remember the divisibility rule of 3? So same way it is when you are given this kind of quadratic equation, you break it into two factors and then you try with each factor as per the factor theorem. Okay? Right, children, since it was given to do by factor theorem, not by division method. Okay, so we could do this. Okay. Let's take more questions. Okay, try this. Find alpha and beta. Find alpha and beta. Okay. X plus 1 and x plus 2 are factors of x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2 alpha x plus beta. Find alpha and beta. It's given that this is a factor, this is a factor. Okay? It's given. So that means the polynomial equation is equal to 0. Okay, this is already given. So you just have to find the values of alpha and beta. I'm just writing the answer here because otherwise we'll lose the question. Beta should be 0. Okay, just try this. Take another question. If x plus 1 by x is equal to 2, evaluate x cube plus 1 by x cube. You got your values for alpha and beta?
Yeah.
Ma'am, once can you explain?
Okay. Now see here. See, when I'm given that this equation is a factor of this, that means x plus 1, yani ki x is equal to minus 1. So I will put this value of x equals to minus 1 in this equation. So that becomes minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 square 2 alpha into minus 1 plus beta is equal to 0. Right? Similarly, I am also given that x plus 2 is a factor of this. So x will be equal to minus 2. How do we take, how are we taking x equals to minus 2? Because x plus 2 is 0. So when x2 goes on the other side, it becomes minus 2, like this. You get it? So same way, we will put this value x equals to minus 2 in this equation, like this. So this becomes minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square minus 2 alpha and x is minus 2 plus beta, like this. Now please find out, just solve this equation to simpler form and tell me what do you get in terms of alpha and beta.
Ma'am, 2 plus 2 alpha plus beta is equals to 0.
What is it?
2 plus 2 alpha
2 plus 2 alpha. 2 plus 2 alpha plus
plus
beta
beta
is
is
equal
equals
to
to 0.
0. Okay, this is one equation. And for the second one, what did you get? Second one also,
Ma'am, solvent.
this will be minus 8. Please do that.
Ma'am, 4 minus 4 plus 4 alpha is equal plus beta is equals to 0.
4
Yeah.
plus 4 alpha plus beta equals to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have got these two equations. So that means 2 alpha is equal to, I can write here like this, 2 alpha plus beta is equal to minus of 2. 4 alpha plus beta is equal to minus of 4. Okay, now you have done that pair of linear equations. Now, if I do not pair of linear equations, I just subtract these two equations. Now I have these two equations like this. If I subtract these two equations, means I will multiply this equation with the minus sign. What I'm doing here, subtracting. Subtracting. I name this as equation number 1, equation number 2. Subtracting 2 from 1. Subtracting equation 2 from 1. So when I subtract this, 2 alpha plus beta is written like this equals to minus 2. Okay, let 2 be here only because we are doing horizontal way. Okay, or I'll just show you like this, 2 alpha plus beta.
Ma'am, can we write it as 2 alpha plus beta plus 2 is equals to
So I'll
4
just put
plus 4 alpha
minus
plus beta?
here. The signs will be, signs will change here when I'm subtracting this. So this is positive, this will become negative. Okay, so this becomes minus 2 alpha, and this is 4 minus 2 is positive 2. So I get my value of alpha to be 2 by minus 2, which is equal to minus 1. You get it? Did you understand this, children? Hello, did you
ma'am.
understand this
Yeah, ma'am.
part? Okay. Now, when I know my value of alpha, then I will put this value of alpha in any of these two equations. Any equation I will put. Okay. So I'm just putting in equation number 1. So this becomes 2 and minus 1 plus beta is equal to minus 2. From here, I will get my value for beta. This is minus 2 and this is minus 2 here. It goes on the positive side. It will become, other side, it becomes positive. So your beta is 0. So this is what was the question given to us. Was this the answer? ऐसे दिया था? कुछ था ना ऐसे हाँ -1 and 0. It's correct. Have you understood this? Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Who was asking this? Somebody has asked. Rayan, did you ask this?
No, ma'am, I am Sampata.
Rayan, have you understood now? Okay, so do the next question now. Please write down this. If x plus 1 by x is equal to root over 2, evaluate x cube plus 1 by x cube. Please write down this question. Even if the class time gets over, just, continue doing this question. Okay, even if the class gets
Ma'am,
over.
what is the answer?
What is the answer? Let me check. Just I had a question in my hand and now it's gone somewhere. 1 second. It's x plus 1 by 2. X plus 1 by 2 equals to root over 2. Yes, this is the question. Okay, answer is the value of this will be minus root over 2. Okay. Minus root over 2 will be the answer. So the value of this will be minus root over 2. So please carry on, even if the class gets over now. Time is up. Okay, so what will you do? I'll just give you a hint here. X plus 1 by x equals to root over 2 is given. So what we want here, x cube plus 1 by x cube. So you will take the whole cube of this side, right? Like this. Okay, and then you will perform. Right?
Right, ma'am.
You get it?
Yes, ma'am.
So take the rest of the terms on the right hand side and you are just left with this part. So then you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
get your value of this. Please carry on. Don't leave your seat until you finish this question. Answer is minus root over 2. Okay, please tally your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children, I'm winding up now. For your homework, you will be given some questions like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, beta. Thank you to all.
Thank you.
Thank you, beta. Bye-bye.